Hey guys, what's going on? Today on the channel, we're working on a 2024 Polaris Ranger XP 1000 NorthStar. It's having some clutching issues, so we're gonna rip that thing out and put a Duraclutch in it. Hey, what's up everybody? Today on the channel, we're working on this Ranger XP 1000 NorthStar. I'm going to be doing some service stuff on it, and it has a bad clutch. Clutch is just having some issues. He's not liking it. And I recently put one on a buddy of his. I put a Duraclutch on it, so we replaced the primary and the secondary on him. And it really helps out with the Rangers and like the Generals, the more work machines. The Duraclutches really kill it. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, pulling her into the shop here, and I can like really see like getting it in and out of gear is super hard, and then you put it into low and like just barely start getting on it, and it like sometimes it's kind of okay, and sometimes it just like really just like wants to not go. So definitely having some clutching issues, so we'll dig into it. So it looks like somebody has been in here and put some Gilliman stuff in it. Which generally, Gilliman's pretty good, but more for the sport machines. Really not a fan of the heavy springs and stuff when you get them in the Rangers, because these things are meant to work and you want them to engage nice and slow and do stuff like really technical and easy. So it looks like this guy's got 3,850 miles. And engine hours is 432. So pretty decent for a newer machine, but usually about that 3,800 mile mark is where I see these Rangers with a stock belt on them still. But this one's clearly had some stuff done to it. So air filter is not looking too bad, a little dusty, and then it's got some grease and stuff has been down in here, a little bit of oil in the bottom of it, so I think I have some in stock, so we'll probably just go ahead and replace this one. All right, with the help of my handy dandy cut off Lowe's bucket that perfectly fits underneath of a Ranger, got the oil draining, got the oil filter off, and we're gonna go ahead and take the clutch cover off and start prepping that while the oil's draining. All right, clutch cover is off, and initially there is a lot of dirt inside of this thing. Down here, oh yeah. So she's been out in the dust. We have a lot of desert around here, so we get that real like fine moon dust and silt beds and stuff. Anybody wondering what I like to use on the Polaris stuff? I've been getting this Castrol 550 and full synthetic from the parts stores, and it works pretty good. It's real cheap. It's not like you're not paying that $15, $20 a quart. You can get it on the parts store like a lot more affordably. And then good old Napa Gold 1356. Which is actually, if you don't know, Napa Gold is Wix. It's the same thing. So just take that 1356, put a 5 in front of it. So it's 51356 is the Wix number. Take the 5 off of it, it's a Napa Gold number. Just so you know. All right, so got the muffler off the back, because to get down here to this fill plug for the transmission, it's like muffler is in the way. So it's 2 hooks with my handy dandy Harbor Freight hook tool, and then the 2 bolts up here on the exhaust pipe, and she's off, and then that gives us all kinds of room. And while I'm here, this is your PSA. When you wash your machine, clean up the skid plate and the drivetrain. Like, This is crazy. This thing is packed full of stuff. So, in case you're wondering, if you ever get a drain plug out, and you're wondering what is an acceptable amount of metal on one of these, this kind of, this right here, that is super normal. Like every single one has it. So you just want to like kind of put this stuff through your fingers and just make sure there's no giant chunks. Like there's teeny tiny little slivers and stuff, but basically just like this muddy looking thing, silver mud. So that's pretty normal. All right, so for differential, front diff and transmission, I like to use this AMSOIL powertrain fluid. Works on the transmission and the front diff, which is really handy. So it passes all the Polaris specs. And then to fill it, I just took a piece of PEX pipe. I sanded down the end to make it fit in the smaller holes. This one will fit the full pipe in the back, but the front filler won't fit. It doesn't have that big a filler hole, so kind of necked them down a little bit and it wedges in there, and then you can go ahead and dump it in. Or you can also take, with these nifty AMSOIL bags, they come with one of these tips, and the other setup I have has just a hose off the end of it that I was able to like heat up and wedge on here so it won't fall off, and then you can just shove it in there and run it. All right, got the front diff all done and serviced, got the rear diff done. Now we're gonna jack it up and check out all the wheel bearings and suspension, make sure everything's nice and tight. Okay, so get her up in the air and I'm just gonna wiggle the tires. Like here I can feel just a teeny tiny bit in the wheel bearing, but I wanna look around and make sure that's not the ball joints getting that like little bit of play there, and then grab on the sides and make sure there's no play in the tie rods, which we just have like the normal rack play. And we have a little bit here, and I think it's just the wheel bearing, which is pretty common. You can actually take and pull them apart and grease them with the little grease insert tools, and you can retighten them up and crank them down like a little bit over what the recommended spec is, and that'll help out quite a bit and take up a little bit of that slack, but it's not completely necessary. A little bit is it's fine, especially something like this. You know, if we were talking race cars and stuff, I'd be going the extra mile to get rid of that, but with something like this, they're just fine. So again, we're gonna do the same thing on the rear. Got it jacked up in the air. Just gonna give it a little wiggle, side to side, up and down. And what will happen a lot on these is you'll get the A-arm bushings back here, and you can wiggle on them like this, and you'll see some movement in the A-arm bushings. Now, this is a newer one, and they have the steel inserts similar to like what they went to on the Razors to begin with. And then they started doing them on these, but the older ones just have the plastic bushings, and those things go all the time. And if you get them, like, if they end up going too much, then the bolts start like wallering out in the holes, and they'll wear out the actual frame. And then you have to go in with like the weld washers and like the chassis stiffening kits and stuff, and weld in pieces to like reclose those holes up, as well as replace the bushings too. So it's a good idea to always like check these, especially the older ones, and just make sure they're not getting bad, because better off to replace some bushings now than having to weld all those plates on your mounts later on. So those of you with a keen eye probably noticed this Patrol in the background. This is Quinton from Iron King, owns this one. If you don't follow his channel, you definitely should go check it out. They do a bunch of cool heavy equipment, military vehicle stuff. It has a Nissan Skyline, like an R34 RB25 motor in it. So that's the straight six gas. This one is the single turbo from the factory. So Bomba, that works for him, for Quinton, put it in, and then I'm doing all the wiring on it. And we got a standalone harness, so that's what's here. I got it all wired up and all the connectors on, and then I got it running just as is, sitting here just temporarily. So it's up and going now. We know it's a good motor, so now I'm moving on to getting in and getting rid of all the old diesel wiring that we don't need anymore. So like the glow plug harness and a bunch of that stuff that we're just gonna thinning out the wiring harness. So the inside is a little crazy right now, but had to get in here where the wiring harness comes through the firewall and get in behind, and this whole heater box sits back in here, and that was blocking the hole, so I couldn't get the new harness fed through properly and stuff. So had to pull the dash to be able to pull this heater box, and then I was like, well, we're in here. There's a ton of wires going back and around to the other side of the engine for the glow plug relay and the glow plug heaters and stuff. So they're big old wires, and I just want to clean it up and make it professional. And then we're gonna wire up the stock gauge cluster so it works with the new RB25 stuff, and it all talks to each other, and all the stock gauges still work. So try to keep it all kind of professional and clean looking. So if you're into stuff like this, make sure to go give me a like and subscribe, and we're gonna be doing some more cool stuff with Quinton and Iron King, and probably building some cool projects and stuff. So definitely be some cool things in the future. All right, now let's get back to the Ranger and get this clutch on and going. All right, got her all buttoned up. Got the new Duraclutch installed. Tried to take off the Gilliman sticker. Got new air filter in it, all the diff oils changed, front diff oils changed, transmission oil's all done. Engine oil's good, and she is ready to go. And with this new Duraclutch on here, this thing is smooth now. Like the takeoffs are so smooth, so nice. It's gonna be much better for him hunting and stuff with it. It'll be a lot better. Make sure to check out, this one's gonna be coming up. This Expedition got rolled on its side, as you can see. Kind of took off a lot of plastic off the side, really messed up the bed and everything. Got broken windshield. Yeah, and doors do not stay latched anymore. So yeah, we're gonna have to do some work on this one. So I'm gonna get a parts list together, get some things coming, and you'll definitely see this one in the future. If you guys want to see more cool stuff like this RB, be sure to like and subscribe so I can grow my channel up and make some money at this, and then I can do cool projects and not always working on customer rigs and farm stuff like the Rangers. But for now, those pay the bills. All right, thanks guys.